Here in the Lions' den, a pretty solid matchup and always a barn burner typically between the home Leo Lions and the visiting Bishop Dwenger Saints here in IHS AA boys basketball. Mike, tell us about Dwenger.
Steve,
actually,
Dwenger
tell us
comes
about
in,
Leo.
Well, I'll tell you about Dwenger first. Leo comes in comes in at 9-11. You had my pin last, I believe. Can't find it.
Don't worry about it.
Dwenger comes in at 9-11. They are a 3A out of sectional 22, coached by Matt Kostoff, who brings in a 213 and 163 record in his 17th year.
It's a lot of
at
games.
Bishop Dwenger. They're coming off a win at Heritage. They beat the Patriots 49-36. They also won at East Noble 47-33. Those are both common opponents here that I'll talk about in a second when we talk about the Lions. Dwenger does bring in a ton of size. We talked about that earlier, Steve.
Indeed.
Although they only start one of their big guys, 6'8" David O'Daniel. We'll talk about him a little bit more when we go into the starting lineups. For our Leo Lions, they are a 3A team as well out of sectional 22. They're 14-6, coached by Kerry Cogdell. Coach Cogdell's 158-103 in his 12th year at Leo, 169 and 133 in his 14th year overall. The Lions coming off of a huge win at Columbia City last week where they were down 13 points and ended up coming back in that game and winning 61-54. That victory put Leo into a four-way championship, NE8 championship tie with New Haven, Columbia City, and Huntington North. So those four teams tied. That was a monumental game. For all intents and purposes, in the third quarter of that game, it looked like Leo was done. And then you know who heated up? The three-point shooters. Davison, I think Moreau hit a couple threes there, and pretty soon it snowballed, and Columbia City couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, so, they got a case of the quicksand there, and no real way to get out of it, I guess.
Great win by the Lions. Tonight, no love lost, between these two teams, and this goes back to when Leo and Dwenger first played a couple years in football. A couple years ago, Leo won. And this last sectional in football, Dwenger knocked the Lions out in the sectional championship game by about 6 inches.
Yeah.
Ben Von Gunten.
Just the wide right
missed
from
44, 45-yard field goal. And Dwenger also beat Leo last year in the opening round of the sectionals. So you know that these teams have some history, and we should be in for a good one tonight.
Absolutely. And, of course, have to mention that Dwenger did go on to win the state title in football after getting past Leo.
After eking past the line.
It out. And unfortunately, I don't have your pen. So we're out of a pen, but no worries, folks. We'll still bring you the live moving pictures and video, which is actually moving pictures, if anybody's listening. The opening 8 minutes of action about to start here from the den in Leo, Indiana.
How about a pencil?
There's a backup plan. Got a pencil. I like it.
I have a pen.
And now that we have the Heart of the Lions band up here, I got it. We should have a live version of our nation's national anthem, which we'll bring to you here shortly. It is the Leo Lion Band. All right, folks, that is going to get things underway here shortly. And again, I say it every time, that never gets old. Going to cover the starters here. For the Leo Lions, we got number 15, Craig Kloffenstein, 6'2" senior guard. Followed by Reed Herron, also joining him in the backcourt. Number 12, 5'9" guard as well. And got the big boys and a kind of a skinny boy down there at small forward, Jeremy Davison, a.k.a. JD, just a sophomore. You mentioned it before, Mike. He's a lights-out shooter if he can get going. And he's the kind of guy that even if he doesn't hit the first couple of shots, he'll just keep taking shots, and he'll keep hitting them eventually. It'll get there, and once you hit them one or two, you better look out because he can string them together in a hurry.
He's like a defensive cornerback in football. He has no conscience. He gets burned a couple times. He's just going to keep jacking the shots up, and he's going to get hot.
Indeed, zero short-term memory. Just don't worry about it. But we go down to the big boys down below. 6'5", Max Dove, number 45, and also number 12, Dylan Barrow. He's number 42, and the big senior down in the middle. Them listed as a guard, but you and I both know that's not the case.
Not the case. For the Bishop Dwenger Saints, we've got number 10, Sam Royal. He's a 6'1" senior. Wearing number 14 is Campbell Donovan. He is a 6-foot junior. Number 20, Conlon Martin, is a 6-foot junior. Brings us down to number 32, Austin Burns. He's a 6'1" senior. And then Dwenger's big man on the floor, we talked about a little bit earlier, David O'Daniel, wearing number 54. He's a 6'8" senior. And looking, Steve, at Dwenger's 14-man roster, only 2 guys out of those 14 guys are listed under 6 feet. Everybody else 6 feet and above. They also have Nick Pacino at 6'6", Mark Corson at 6'5", Luther Hall at 6'4". So Dwenger does have some size, although they don't start at all.
Right. So, as you mentioned, coming off the bench, Pacino and Corson 6'6", 6'5", Luther Hall 6'3", Luther Hall 6'4", Evan Doling 6'3", just a bunch of, and Ryan Berghoff, a senior guard, 6'4". Now the big boys are going to jump it up here in the middle, and we're going to be under action here from Leo for an exciting matchup between the Dwenger Saints and Leo Lions.
And it looks like Leo is starting out in a man-to-man. Or a little matchup maybe a little box and one.
We got the
looks like
scoreboard up there now.
Reed Herron chasing number 14, Campbell Donovan, so I'm guessing he's their shooter, and everybody else is pretty boxed up for the Lions defensively.
A 3-ball on the way, no good that time by Martin. Rebounded by Kloffenstein. He's going to work it up, and Leo's first trip down the court. He's going to go on the perimeter to Barrow. Barrow's trying to back in. And the big guy. Oh, no foul called that time as he tried to turn in. And it was stolen again by Max Dove. A nice job by Dove to figure out where he was at on the court. Realized the ball was there, too, and make the swipe to keep it down on the Leo side.
Well, on that
Herron
previous
working
play,
over here to Kloffenstein. Quick move to Dove underneath for the score.
On that previous play, I was going to say Dylan Barrow had perfect position on the block, but what he did, the sin that all big men shouldn't do down there, he brought the ball down and got it stripped. So we'll see if he learns from that mistake and keeps the ball high.
They go underneath to O'Daniel. O'Daniel with a nice up and under. He's a strong kid, and you look at the couple of 6'8" guys, as we see Davison, he tries a floater off the rim, and it goes.
Davison's got more to his game than just the three.
Indeed, and now we see trading baskets again. I got to keep my fingers ready to go here on the scoreboard, brought to you by Subway and the University of St. Francis. This is Barrow from the corner for three. He got it. 7-4 early in the goings here. Favor of Leo.
We've seen some games, Steve, where both teams have come out cold. I'm going to stretch and say these teams are not coming out cold.
Now, O'Daniel up and under, kind of having his way so far with a couple of moves on Barrow. This is JD. Davison just fakes the pass, says, I'll try a three. No good. Dove with the rebound. He gets up, and he is fouled by Austin Burns, number 32. And that's going to be the first on Burns and the first on Dwenger. A 7-6 lead here for the Lions, and Max Dove at the line.
Nice offensive rebound there by Max Dove. He got good position, and it was just a bailout foul because he would have scored. So not too bad of a foul there by number 32, Austin Burns. Makes Dove earn him at the line.
Yeah, he was totally scoring on that one.
So right now we're on about 148 to 34 final score pace. And I'd much rather see
and
this
Dove knocks down a couple
than a defensive stalemate.
Indeed. And you talk about a defensive stalemate. Last time they met earlier this season at Bishop Dwenger, I'm not sure what the name of their court is, but when they played there, it was 54 to 45, a 9-point victory for the Saints. That looked good from the get, and that was Colin Martin in the 9-9 ball game makes it tied, and a lot of points here in the first 2.5 minutes of the opening quarter from the Den. Kloffenstein over to Barrow on the outside. Barrow works it over to Heron. Trying to get something underneath the Dove. An entry pass. Here it is.
Don't bring
Dove
it down.
kind of tangled by Burns that time. Here's a 3-ball again. He's on fire.
And I believe I heard that Dylan Barrow was only 23 points short coming into the game of reaching 1,000. So,
well, he's got himself a couple of 3-balls right now, and half the Leo points at 12-9. He's got 6. 4:45 and counting in the opening quarter from the Lions Den. AllenCountyVoice.com.
Someone also told me to mention that out of those nearly 1,000 points, not one of them have come from a dunk.
Is that right?
At 6'8".
At 6'8". Now, last year as a junior, he was 6'8". Here's number 10, 3-ball, and that is stuck in the muck. That's not coming down. Sam Royal.
Get some WD-40?
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
Just kind of pinned it between the hoop and the backboard. So it'll be Lions ball, 4:20 and counting here in the first. Kloffenstein, you look to see him do something towards penetration, and he does. Kind of an ugly fall-away type shot. Almost got the roll. No good. Rebound by Royal. Kicks it over to Martin up the court. And that's stolen by Jeremy Davison this time. Easy layup. Good job of anticipating the pass that time by Davison. Opens up a 5-point lead by the Lions.
Yeah, that's another area where Davison's gotten better. He's in the passing lanes now all the time.
Yeah.
So defensively, you got to watch for him because he has really improved that part of his game.
Yeah, and if you're Sam Royal on that one, you have no business making that pass when you're not even 5 feet from your own defender or your own teammate. He got another one stuck. That's 2. This time it's Campbell Donovan.
I'm sending him out to buy a lottery ticket. I have never seen that happen twice in a row in a basketball game in all my years watching basketball.
From my vantage point, the kids were right in front of me both times. I saw it the first time. I saw it the second time. I was like, no. And it did.
It's going to happen.
Just got pinned there again. 14-9 ball game. 3:36 left.
Go buy a lottery ticket, folks. The stars are aligning.
So a drive that time. Yeah, Austin Burns tried to body into Barrow and did, and it was able to get the foul. Barrow wasn't going to give him the time of day with the body. I feel like I'm yelling.
Well,
Maybe I am.
You know what? I'll tell you what. This is about as full as the gym's been this year, so it's a lot of noise. I like it. A lot of people in the stands. Nice drive by
Nice
Kloffenstein.
drive. Yeah, exactly. A fall away that time. Got the body. Almost had the little flip. Forgot to update the score for Dwenger. It's a 14-11 ball game here.
That's Dwenger's second foul. Leo is yet to commit a personal foul.
And these free throws brought to you by the University of St. Francis. Known for quality academic options and dedicated professors, you'll discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. See for yourself what USF has to offer, Mike. Visit online at sf.edu. That's sf.edu.
Kloffenstein, Steve missed the first.
Clanks the first.
And
clanks the second.
O'Daniel checks out, and 6'4", number 12, Ryan Bergdorf checks in. So you lose 4 inches, but that's it.
And a nice job of driving, kicking it out. That shot that time was good.
That's Donovan, and that's who Reed Heron was chasing at the beginning of the game when they were playing that box and one, and you can see why. Moreau.
Nice drive on the baseline there by Davison. got it over to Moreau, and he just got nothing but air, and then a missed outlet pass there by Dwenger that time. Too much for Martin to handle. So we got a tie ball game, 2:32 here in the first quarter.
Well, and that long ball by Moreau, that looked like just you can tell this is a big game, because when you shoot the ball, and Moreau's a great three-point shooter, and he wasn't anywhere near the basket, you could tell he's adrenalized. He's pumped up tonight because that ball wasn't even close.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to calm down a little bit, let the game come to him.
Davison drives, kicks over to Barrow. Barrow underneath. Now that's what you like to see if you're the Lions. Little penetration, maybe a quick pass, and have Barrow connect.
Taking advantage of O'Daniel not being in the game.
And that is a 16-14 lead. Here's Barrow from the outside again. That was good!
Wow. He is on fire.
11 of the 19 points scored so far for the Lions. It's Bishop Dwenger 14, Dylan Barrow 11.
Wow.
And that gives the Leo, again, a 5-point lead. We're going to take a quick break and let you hear something from one of our sponsors. How about the Marco's Pizza?
You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza. But did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
Some of the finest pizza that'll ever grace your lips. Marco's Pizza, 260-627-2227. Picking back up the action here in the first quarter, 19-14 in favor of the Leo Lions. And this is number 24, Mon Clark. Kicks it over to Burns. Burns back over to Clark. Clark thought about a three. And that's the Big 12 Berghoff there. You see him off the bench. And, yep, they didn't call a travel there. Then there were some problems.
That was a Euro step +1.
Right, which
it's illegal.
By definition, yeah.
Lions reminding him that is not legal.
What was that chant? I didn't hear it.
You can't do that.
Oh.
I'm sure he appreciates them reminding him.
And a foul. 40. They're calling that on Jeremy Davis. I didn't see what happened. It was obviously away from the ball. Moving,
I think
possibly
it was
a moving pick.
Screen, I think.
Yeah. 19-14.
So both offenses really, really on fire here so far in the first half. Dwenger's cooled down a little bit, but I think it's because Leo's really ramped up their D.
Here's Clark looking for Royal. Pass that time thwarted. And they're going to
get
that's got to be on Clark, right?
I think was it number 10?
Oh, I'm sorry. They called that on Moreau. Wow.
Okay, I didn't see that foul call, but we're going to go with it. O'Daniel now, number 54, back in the game. Their 6'8" center.
Tip back out by O'Daniel. Here's a three ball on the way. I thought that was good. No good. The shot that time by Royal, and this is brought up by Moreau. 42 seconds left in the quarter.
That's Lane. Nice drive.
Lane, strong left hand to the lane.
Just couldn't
No
finish.
good. Yeah, Lane Reed, that is, number 25. He's doing a lot of good things as a sophomore. Took his guy off the dribble that time, was able to get in the lane and just missed the left-handed runner. Didn't have anybody rebound there. Now we got Clark. Looks like they're holding for the last shot. 20 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of action.
The Lions in there man-to-man. Barrow sloughing way off of O'Daniel.
Pass almost stolen by Moreau. And the shot buried that time. 2 seconds. Thrown down, no good. Sam Royal hit one. That brings it within 2. So the 3-ball updated on the Subway scoreboard, brought to you by the University of St. Francis. We're going to move us into the second quarter. When we get back, with a word from your local station, which is theallencountyvoice.com.
'Twas the month after Christmas, and all through your homes were the remnants of cookies and candies and scones. You ate so much sugar it made you feel crummy, and you can't fit any more in your overstuffed tummy. Plus, you've been running on empty to get everything done, and to exercise now doesn't sound like much fun.
Could this be your post-holiday anthem? The cooking, the wrapping, the running, the sleep deprivation. You've spent the last couple of months worrying about everyone else. It's time to focus on you with a membership to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. The YMCA provides physical and social enrichment through family-friendly programs. Whether you're taking a group exercise class, learning a new language, connecting with friends, improving your health and well-being, or participating in family outings with the Y, start the new year on a healthy, active foot for you and your family. To find out more, go to fwymca.org and request a one-day pass from any Y in Allen, Whitley, and Wells County so you can try the Y for yourself.
Thank you to the Y. Barrow kicks it out to Moreau. Quick three ball off the mark, no good. Long rebound that time by Kloffenstein. Tried to pass it and passed it right off the face of O'Daniel. Out of bounds to the Lions.
That was a heady play by O'Daniel there, Steve.
Sure it was, Bob. It's a way to keep your eye on the ball there, son. Man, Lane Reed drives, foul. I was going to say that looked like a pretty foulsome play, and it was. 19-17. Second quarter action just starting here in Leo.
We got a good game. 19-17. The Lions up 2.
Yeah, fast-paced. Definitely on pace to do better than the 54-45 ball game we saw earlier in the season.
I noticed that time Barrow got the ball behind the arc, and O'Daniel came out with hands up.
And that time a release, rotation, splash from Craig Kloffenstein. A sweet stroke from the lefty that time. Got it to fall, 22-17.
Craig's not their first option, second option probably, or even third behind the arc, but he can't shoot those, and he proved it right there.
Absolutely. He kind of set that up with the fake jab step. Evidently they've done some scouting on Trey. I can't talk. They know he's got one of the quickest first steps, as we've said many times and time again. A nice drive that time to the hole there, and the bucket was good by Martin. But Craig kind of set him up with that fake jab step to give himself some space. Here you see him do it again.
Yeah, you've got to respect his first step. A good offensive rebound that time by Heron.
Back to Davison. JD looking for something. Back to cross-court passes. Oh, and the ball was no good that time. Shot on the way there.
Barrow's feeling it. That ball was in and out.
Yeah.
And there's a charge.
And they're going to get the call. I'm not so sure he had his feet completely set, but you did see O'Daniel lower the shoulder, and he did it. It wasn't a total flop. He got some impact out of it, but whether the feet were set or not, too close to call. You got to give him that offensive call 9 times out of 10.
The defensive man, he has the right to his position, and if anything, Barrow is moving backwards. So once that shoulder gets lowered, the offensive player has to be careful not to carry his momentum into that defensive player's space.
Here's Barrow again, 11 first quarter points, looking to start something here in the second, and he does.
He is being extremely aggressive.
And we've seen all facets of his game. The couple shots that he got to fall from the outside to start the game with 6 points on 2 3-pointers, a couple of layups inside, and now he's launching the ball down again. That was Martin again with another shot. Kloffenstein dribbled too much in traffic, got the ball stolen. 24-22 is the score, updated on the Subway scoreboard. But we've seen a lot of inside and outside, little mid-range jumper that time off of kind of a floater there from Barrow. We'll see what Coach Kostoff. Coach, what's his name? Anyway, Coach Kostoff, and that's a nice shot. 24-24, so definitely getting our money's worth right now. Kloffenstein looking to set something up. Everybody kind of standing around flat-footed for Leo. You got to move away from the ball.
Dwenger, it looks like they're in that 2-3 zone, and the Lions not moving, and you have to be active against the zone.
Heron underneath the Barrow. Barrow fadeaway. He got it.
Wow. That's Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah. Need a close-up? I can do it again, Jack.
One step. Step back from Dylan Barrow, looking a lot like the Dallas Maverick. And he is still he is staying hot. Really, his worst shot was an in-and-out three.
Yeah, that was halfway down and bounced off and back off the backboard.
So far, much better defensive set here by the Lions. Nice move.
That was off Leo. Okay. Spin move underneath there by O'Daniel. A nice move. I'll tell you what, this guy's got some great moves. We saw a couple of the up and unders to start the game against Barrow. Now he's going to take a trip to the bench with looks like 4 points himself. But
and right there, he showed some quickness. That spin move, it was really quick.
This is Pettenberg.
Just not able to control the ball. The Lions have to watch for the high screens because they're not fighting over them, and that's how Dwenger's getting open on those wings. But Cogdell's pulled him into a 2-3 zone.
Oh, he likes that one. Oh, it's off the mark that time. Poked away. And rebound, almost. Rebound came out that time. JD. Barrow. This is Reed Heron. 3-ball. Off the mark, no good. Max Dove couldn't pull down the rebound. He was barreled around by a couple of the Saints. A real heads-up play that time last time by Conlon Martin, who had the ball just a second ago. And the lefty, Zach Smithy, ties the ball game up for the Saints. 26-26. 3:20 and change in the opening half. This is Kloffenstein. And they're going to call an arm shoulder throw block thing, evidently, on Kloffenstein.
They said Kloffenstein put his forearm into the defender and kind of pushed off, but
maybe shoulder. I mean, the kid's got huge shoulders, so
that looked like a no call to me. You get that kind of contact, which you just got right there, all the time in a basketball game. Heron really giving Martin fits there.
Yeah, they kind of elbowed each other, moving around.
So the Lions stay in that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, Martin so far has had the better of the matchups between him with 10 points. A couple of 3 balls. One of them got stuck in the corner of the basket. But heads up, he is taking it to Reed Heron so far as he has the ball. 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Back over to him. It's a little 2-man game. Off the mark. Rebounded again that time. That was Austin Burns. And Heron got inside the passing lanes. Slows it up to Kloffenstein. And the Lions are going to take over. 26-26 ball game. 2:20 in the first half left to go over.
Dwenger getting a lot of offensive rebounds. We'll get the stats at halftime. I'm curious to see what that number is. But that time on that 3 by Dwenger, you got to be prepared on a missed 3. The ball's going to kick a little farther than it does off of a regular field goal attempt. And that backside of that zone has to be ready for that long rebound. And it just went over the head of both Max Dove and Dylan Barrow, the 2 tallest Lions on the floor. And they both could have come up with that rebound if they were ready.
Couldn't have said it better. 3-ball. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by Barrow. Poked away. That's happened so much. That's probably the 3rd or 4th time we've seen a Lion come down with the rebound. And one of the Saints defenders just as soon as they land, they're just poking at it and poking it out of there. So
you've got to keep the ball high on rebounds, on offensive attempts down low. Keep the ball high, and you're going to get fouled. You bring it down, and you're just putting it out there for a steal.
Entry pass that time too tall for the 6'8" Barrow. And a wasted possession for the Lions.
Yeah, wasted
Coach
possession.
Coach Cogdell can't be happy with that.
No, you want to get a shot up no matter what. When you got a tie ball game.
I was going to say, they all become so crucial when you have a couple teams of this caliber and a tie ball game nonetheless.
Oh, he walked. Just couldn't decide quick enough what he wanted to do.
Yeah, his feet were behind his brain that time, and it's going to be Leo's ball. 1:30 left in the first half. Kloffenstein's going to bring it up for the Lions. We got Davison, Kloffenstein, Dove, Barrow, and Moreau on the floor for Leo.
They got number 20, Colin Martin.
Colin, but they were kind of unsure of who the foul was on. They were both laying there, and the refs pointing to him. Both of them like, who, me?
Pointing at each other,
me?
yeah. Certainly wasn't me.
Right, no, and it definitely was that time on Martin. Entry pass.
Nice pass.
It's good, and all you could do if you're Zach Smithy is slap at it and hope he doesn't hit the foul. And that was a heads-up play. You realize you got beat on the inbound pass that time, and slap at it. See what happens.
I like that foul. You know, you're not going to give up the easy two. And right there, it proves your point.
Yeah.
And not only did he foul him, but he made sure that ball wasn't going to get up over the rim. So that's
exactly
what I tell players all the time. Hey, if you're going to foul a guy really intentionally, make sure that ball doesn't get up over the rim.
Yeah, so as opposed to giving up a two-pointer, it's a 1 out of 2 at the line for Barrow, who is 16 points in the first half, leads all scorers.
Apparently, only 7 away from 1,000. Unofficially.
Chucked up that time there by Burns. Rebound by Smithy. He gets the ring around the collar to fall.
Another offensive rebound for Dwenger. That's keeping him in the ballgame. Nice pass by Klovenstein.
And a blown layup. Huge opportunity for the Lions to get back on top. It's 28-27.
A little bit out of control there that time by Campbell.
Yeah, I think he wanted to get some
contact.
Yep. Did. Barrow for 3 off the mark.
So that's Dwenger's going to hold for the last shot here with 23 and counting.
28-27 now.
Dwenger with a
Dwenger's
1 point lead.
Probably first or second lead of the game. It's been tit for tat, but Leo's had the edge for quite a bit. Now they're only down 1 here. 3 ball on the way. That was close to getting stuck again. Barrow chucks one.
Just a little left.
Halftime score. 28-27 in favor of the Bishop Dwenger Saints. We're going to roll some commercials and stuff and whatnot. And we'll be back after a word and several words from our sponsors. 28-27 in favor of the Dwenger Saints. From the Lions Den, Mike Walker, Steve Roberts, AllenCountyVoice.com. Be back after this.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit IndianaPT.com. Towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you.
Definitely is the place for you. Steve Roberts back along with Mike Walker. Take us to some halftime statistician stats.
I'll tell you what, Steve. At a 28-27 game can't be mirrored more in the stats, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in the second. Let's just talk about scoring first, and then we'll talk about how closely all the other stats are other than just the score. For Dwenger, they are led by Conlon Martin. He has 10 points. Zach Smithy has 6. David O'Daniel, the big guy, has 4. Sam Royal and Campbell Donovan each have 3 apiece, and Austin Burns has 2. Dwenger is 12 of 25 for 48%, and they're 4 of 12 from behind the arc for 33%. For the Lions, leading scorer, we talked about him. Dylan Merrill comes in with 16. Jeremy Davis and Max Dove each have chipped in 4, and Craig Klovenstein hit that 1 3-pointer. and that's been it so far for the Lions for their 27 points. The Lions, 10 of 22 field goal percent. That's about 46%. Again, they're also 4 of 12, so there's a similarity also at 33% from behind the arc. The Lions have hit 3 out of 6 free throws for 50%. Dwenger's yet to take any. Here's where the similarities start. 4 offensive rebounds for Dwenger, 8 defensive for a total of 12. 3 offensive rebounds for Leo, 9 defensive rebounds for a total of 12 as well. Both teams have 5 assists. Both teams have 7 turnovers. So statistically, these guys are mirroring each other. The big factor so far in the game has been Dylan Barrow. He's basically been unstoppable. He just kind of cooled off there at the end of the second quarter. But other than that, he's carried the Lions tonight.
Exactly, and thanks for that, Mike. Stats brought to you.
And a big thanks to Josh Blauser, our statistician doctor, for rushing those up to us here at halftime.
Indeed, and since we didn't get to the TW Fable pregame show, this is the halftime show brought to you by TW Fable.
We can do that.
They're located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Club in Bluffton. Features fine dining Tuesday through Saturday. And looking for a great place to visit for lunch? Go to the 250 Grill, where everything is $2.50. I'm kidding. It's probably not the case. I haven't been there yet. But just go there anyways and tell them Mike and Steve sent you.
I've heard it's good.
So nobody really in foul trouble. Just 3 fouls across the board for Leo. 1 on Kloffenstein, 1 on Moreau, and 1 on Davison. 6 fouls in the first half there for the Saints. And those are evenly spread out as well. Only 1 player, and that was O'Daniel, had 2. 4 other players had 1. So I'm trying to talk over this recorded music, if you want to, rock, which we don't want to have any YouTube copyright infringements, so this is definitely not a song that you think it is by a certain band that you might think it is.
From what I understand, as long as we're speaking over the music, we're not in any FCC violations.
All right.
So we're going to continue to talk, or we'll go to commercial.
Let's play another
But we're not going to continue to rock.
Hi, this is Ken Mast with New Holland Tri-County. We are looking forward to providing you with sales and service again this year. We are inviting all of our customers to our open house on February the 23rd at our facility on State Road 1, just south of Bluffton.
There you go. Stop by New Holland Tri-County, folks. Get yourself all Tri-County'd up. Get yourself a Rustler utility vehicle, by the way. It combines rugged construction and gritty performance with comfort. Numerous choices to choose from. Visit New Holland Tri-County on Highway 1, again, south in Bluffton for the Rustler utility vehicle. Pick up the action. I'm going to update the scoreboard to say third as opposed to half. Shot off the mark, no good. That time rebounded by Barrow. Barrow's going to bring it up over to Kloffenstein. And third quarter action underway. 7:40 left to go as we just get underway here. Again, the clock that you see on your screen is an illusion. It's not actually there. You don't see 15:00. Barrow fade into the lane. He's got it again. Soft touch. You like to see him have that shot fake and maybe spin it back underneath for a hoop and a harm. But, hey, he's hot. He's hot. 29 to 28. 18 for Barrow.
The step-back fadeaway's working tonight, so you know what? Just keep going to the well.
Dwenger with a smaller lineup aside from O'Daniel. Basically going with their starters.
In their 2-3 zone.
Kicks it out to the lefty. Lefty's got a 3-ball gone. No
nice
good.
Block out.
Nice block out that time. And the shot was off the mark by Smithy. Kloffenstein. Barrow. Quick step. Kicks it over to Heron. Heron looking for the 3-ball. No good. Nicely defended that time by Royal. And the Lions are going to reset with Davison over to Kloffenstein. So you saw some entries. Right, here it is again.
Nice.
Rebound that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Shot off the mark. We all just kind of watched that.
Nice one-handed rebound, too.
Yeah, he was wrapped up by Max Dove, and no foul was called, thankfully, for Max.
Because there was contact.
Smithy over.
And unforced error on number 10, Sam Royal.
Because of Mama, I'm so hard to handle now, gets around. Sam Royal couldn't handle the pass. Leo brings it up. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left. Third quarter action. 29 to 28 is the score, in case you can't read or if you looked away for a brief second. Speaking of Reed, here's Reed Heron. He's kicking over to Kloffenstein. Kloffenstein, quick first step. Pass to really nobody but O'Daniel. O'Daniel's going to... And that was hard drive there by Colin Martin.
They're going to call that block on the floor and not give him the 2. Coach Kostoff did not like that.
I got a couple of problems with that call. First of all, you could call charge. Second of all, if it's not a charge, it's definitely shooting. And I'm totally biased here. Smithy off the mark. Couple of bodies in the air, pulled down by Dove. Kloffenstein on the right wing.
So far, the Lions have blocked out nicely on the defensive rebounds the last couple trips down the court. Really sealing the Dwenger offensive rebounders off, and I'm sure Coach Cogdell talked about that because Dwenger really had some easy putbacks that's really kept them in the ball game. So far, the Lions doing a nice job on the defensive boards.
Barrow underneath, off the glass, good. That's what I was talking about. You like to see him make the spin move aggressive towards the basket, and he did. And that time off the glass and good for a 31-28 lead. Barrow with 20.
Well, when you're 6'8", you'd like to get that momentum going at the hoop, then fading away from it. But he's got a good shooting touch, so either way he scores tonight, we're going to accept it.
Shot in the lane, good by Sam Royal, or just off the lane.
It's a 31-30 Leo lead with 1 point with 4:38 to go here in the third. So a tight game the whole way.
No foul called that time. Barrow wanted some contact, didn't get it. Here's Conlon, runs around, no good. Looked at some foul again. Again, there we go, poked it back. And Barrow just stands there and takes the charge from Mr. David O'Daniel. A nice job that time. We talked about getting the pop out, and I tell you what, those guys are crafty on the Dwenger side, Mike. They're able to just get in there right where they need to poke a ball loose or what have you. They've done that on several occasions so far. That time it was gained up by O'Daniel. He tried to make a powerful move to the hoop just like Mr. Barrow did, scoring another 2 ball. That's 22 for Barrow, 33-30. But back down the other end there, O'Daniel happened to pick up a charge, and that's his third.
That was a beautiful pass by Heron, who found Barrow wide open on the block on that last offensive possession for the Lions.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, big foul on O'Daniel, his third. Coach Kostoff didn't like that charge call, but he charged. Barrow had position, and it was a good, clean call. Nice pass by Kloffenstein. No look behind the back right to Dove. Dove shaking his head. Yeah, he loved that. Beautiful, beautiful pass that time by Kloffenstein.
That was Pistol Pete right there.
That was Pistol Pete Maravich right there. Google him, folks.
Yeah. For the millennials or people, watching that can't be here, which I don't know who that is because we got a pretty packed crowd over here watching the game. That's brought to you in part by the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne with a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and childcare. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. Visit fwymca.org. That's fwymca.org. So we see some Dwenger cheerleaders hand-springing and flipping across the court there.
Performing some aerial aerobics.
And the Lions cheerleaders, led by Jahan Allen. You can see Jahan walking up. He's the biggest guy. Yeah, we all remember him. 6'4", 343.
Some of the Dwenger fans probably know Jahan. Some of the Dwenger fans that are football players.
They see Jahan and Austin Rinker there in the Hawaiian shirt. Some sort of a luau theme for the Leo faithful.
So that's going to put Dove on the line, shooting 2. The Lions up 3 have really opened up the second half a lot more aggressively defensively and a lot more aggressively on the blockouts on Dwenger's offensive possessions.
Just a little short, got the roll. And these free throws are brought to you by Grable Insurance, where their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. Grable Insurance on Pony Run Express inside the Mercantile Office Park. And that's Max Dove's first miss of the night, now making him 3 of 4 from the line. And Dove has himself 5 points. Nice job anticipating that time by Jeremy Davison. The bounce pass was thwarted, and Davison couldn't hold on to it. It'll be Dwenger's ball. 3:29 left here in the third quarter. 34-30 in favor of the Leo Lions. Inbound pass, kind of bobbled, mishandled that time. Here's Royal. 3-ball on the way. That one is good. And that was Ryan Berghoff for the Bishop Dwenger Saints, cutting the lead down to 1 point. So a nice job of getting it on the wing that time from Dwenger and connecting on the 3-ball.
Kloffenstein a little slow getting out there and didn't get his hand up. Left Bergdorf wide open for that shot. And he proved he can hit it. You've got to close out when you're playing zone. And a nice entry pass.
The old alley-oop elevator play, and scored on by Barrow.
I believe that was Davison with the pass. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he inbounded it to Barrow. Now Dylan Barrow, 24 points, and if what you heard earlier was accurate, then he just got himself his 1,001st point as a Leo Lion. If that is the case, folks, and the words we heard were correct, congratulations, Dylan Barrow, for joining the 1,000-point club as a Leo Lion.
Without a dunk.
Without a dunk. As long as it goes in, right?
Doesn't matter how. Just matters if it does. Oh,
Davison shot fake in the lane.
He wanted
no
to shoot
foul
that
call.
three. Nice
rebound
save.
that time. Yeah, nice save and a kick out. This is Kloffenstein off the mark that time. No good was Barrow. And the outlet pass just thrown away that time by Berghoff. So I don't think Coach Kostoff liked that from Berghoff. There's a lot of offs there, and that pass was definitely off. And you're going to have an inbound pass from J.D. 2:04 here to Kloffenstein.
Well, that's a killer after you gave the Lions a couple opportunities, and they didn't make either. And Dwenger gets that ball, and then just an unforced error throwing it out of bounds.
Exactly. Here is Barrow. Over to Heron. Heron for a 3-ball. Off the mark, no good. Rebound contested by Dove, and that is a jump ball.
Good aggressive offensive rebound by Dove again. These guys are really attacking the glass of the Lions, though. When that shot goes up, you got 2 or 3 Lions hitting the boards hard, trying to grab an offensive rebound.
Tried for the elevator play that time, no good. Dwenger saw that last time and wasn't having it again. Moreau bodied.
Yeah, that's a good call.
That was.
It's a good call.
You know, he did step on the back line, but the ball didn't go back, so it wasn't over and back, but he was bodied, and that was the impact that you saw.
Well,
there.
I think the fact that he stepped over the line came from the contact. So
right.
So either way, that was a good call. He did get him with the body.
Minute 32 left here in the third quarter. Here's Moreau. Moreau looking to drive, kicks it over side to Davison. Davison loves that one. He got it! 3-ball that time by Jeremy Davison. 39-33 lead from the Lions. Trying to get the scoreboard to update, and it does.
You give Davison
now you need to get a stop if you're Leo. You get a stop right here, and they do. Almost. Nice job by Moreau. Shot on the way, off the mark, rebounded by Davison, trying to get poked away. Davison rumbling, stumbling, fumbling underneath the Dove for the power layup. And a 41-33 lead in favor of the Leo Lions. 50 seconds to go. And they did exactly what I thought they needed to do that time. They got a stop after a good score and took it back down for another score. 3-ball on the way. That's another one. Now you feel the pressure coming in. Barrow. I take that back. That was Jeremy Davison from Craig Kloffenstein. And this place is on its feet going nuts. 43-33 in favor of the Leo Lions. We're going to take a quick break and be right back here with a word from Subway.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
All right, folks. Third quarter almost coming to a close. Leo just opened up a 10-point can with a couple of good stops and scoring on the other end in succession off the subsequent misses.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, we've talked about a little bit. The Lions really have ratcheted up their defense. It's pretty much one and done for Dwenger on offense. The Lions are grabbing rebounds, and then they're being extremely aggressive offensively. They've got this big Lion crowd into the ball game.
As we see him bring it up.
The momentum has swung the Lions' way.
So now if you're Dwenger, do you take the time for the last shot? We got 20 seconds and counting. Looks like they're going to drive. Kick it over. Shot off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Dove. A lot of contact underneath. A good no call underneath that time with the drive from Burns on Max Dove. Klopfenstein, quick first step. Able to run right by him. And almost had the hoop and the foul. Definitely got the foul. And the hoop almost fell too.
That was a great drive.
If that bucket falls, this place
comes
the roof comes off.
It comes unglued, and it was just that close to coming unglued. Klopfenstein with a very aggressive drive, drew the foul. That is Dwenger's fourth team foul.
Leo only one in this half.
That drops him under 50% there from the line.
Yeah, they really got to do a better job at the line here. And he connects on that one. So an 11-point ball game, 44-33. Buzzer beater didn't beat a thing. And it's going to be the fourth quarter coming up here from the Den in Leo. Let's take a word from Grable Insurance.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
All right, folks, we're back. AllenCountyVoice.com. Steve Roberts along with Mike Westwalker. Walker.
Jerry West is my cousin.
Daywalker. Walking Dead fans, anybody? 44-33, opening of the fourth quarter here from Leo. Bishop Dwenger down by 11. Underneath is O'Daniel, and he makes good over Max Dove. 35 points now for the Dwenger Saints.
Right, Dwenger really needed that by O'Daniel. They were struggling there offensively, so a good move, good spin move inside.
Moreau tried to take it in against the trees and winds up on the deck, and sometimes that's what happens. An absolutely clean block. It was kind of a bump set spike there by O'Daniel off the ball of Moreau, and Leo's going to inbounds. It's Davison looking for Barrow. Gets it into him. Barrow back over to Davison from the corner. 3-ball. It's good!
He is heating up. He's finding that corner. Good penetration that time by Barrow.
Yeah, indeed. And able to hit the baseline and find the open Davison in the corner. He's hit the last two he's seen from that exact same spot, Mike. That gives him 12 for the game as we see Daniel get kind of wrapped up there by Max Dove. No traveling called. And it's Will Moreau with the rebound off the miss from Donovan.
Another good defensive set there by the Lions. They're really playing hard.
Yep.
Defensively. And again, it was one and done for Dwenger. Just no offensive rebounds this half. Moreau had a good look at it.
Yeah, wide open shot, wound up on the deck. Looked to the ref saying, hey, I don't always fall down when I shoot threes. Can I get a call? Didn't get it. But he gets back on defense and makes a nice swat to knock the ball out of bounds in the entry pass. This is Pentenberg, sorry. Oh, Daniel to Royal.
Lions up 12 with 6:20 to go. If they continue this defensive pressure, it's going to be really tough for Dwenger to come back. Nice pass inside to O'Daniel, and he gets hammered. And I believe they got Barrow on that one.
No, they gave that one to Max Dove.
They gave that one to Doves. That's his first. Just Leo's second personal foul here in the half, so they don't have to worry too much about foul trouble.
O'Daniel off the mark that time for Dwenger.
Yeah, if you're
Trip to the line brought to you by Marco's Pizza, located in downtown Leo. You know the name.
Been there. Called him.
Marcos.com, 627-2227.
Two big misses there by O'Daniel. Can't afford to miss at this point in the game if you want to get back into it.
Yeah, you're down 12. You got 6 minutes. Any trip to the line is...
And another. That referee likes that call on Kloffenstein, that forearm. And he called him again on that, so...
What do you do?
And Cray does. I mean, you know, we talked about it. He's a big, strong kid. He does use that forearm a lot. This is the first game I've really seen him call that away from the basket. But I guess somebody from the Dwenger sideline must have pointed out to the rest, because you have to be looking for that, really,
right,
where those fouls are occurring. Yeah.
Shot on the way that time, no good. Over the back. Easy call that time as Barrow went up for the rebound. That's going to be the fourth on David O'Daniel.
So he's got one lifeline to play with here.
And the fifth team foul.
5:46 to go. And that's going to be a big hit if he has to come out of the ball game anytime soon. Good timeout call by Coach Cogdell. He did not like that offensive setup.
Yeah, the defense had a lot of angles covered there, and that was a good job. Nicely pointed out by you. Good job there by Coach Cogdell. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all types of insurances. So if you have some really funky insurance, Walker,
mine's not too funky.
They'll take it, even if it is. They'll
okay.
take it.
Okay.
They got you covered, brother.
Okay.
Indiana Physical Therapy. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, visit IndianaPT.com. That's INDIANAPT.com.
Like always, folks, we ask you that anytime you go into one of the places that do sponsor The Voice here, go in and tell them you heard about us. You heard about them on The Voice Network. Tell them thank you for funding this venture so that we may bring you these exciting basketball games, boys and girls, and football as well, night in and night out.
Absolutely. Shot off the mark there. Pulled down by O'Daniel. In and out. That time by Royal. Here's Davison. Yeah, you can take it up, bud. There you go. He's going to take it all the way to the hole. Stuffed that time nicely by... Found himself a free ball. He got it. 50-35 lead, and Leo is on a roll.
And that spot down there has JD. If you look closely, there's a little JD in paint down there.
Yeah, there's like a few footprints right there. It's like the same spot.
That's
every
where
time.
He camps, and the Lions have been doing an excellent job of finding him, and he's doing a great job of obviously knocking him down.
Yeah, he's got that kind of swagger to him, you know. He'll kind of Reggie Miller type, you know, the long and lanky. He can shoot the ball from anywhere in the court. That time he tried to just kind of, bob and weave into the traffic, went for the underhand layup and got swatted, rebounded, and quickly back out to him in the corner, and he had all day. Give him that time. Give him any more than 1 second, it's almost guaranteed to go in. As we see one of the Dwenger free throws go in, a 50-36 ball game. 4:42 left. Moreau
Dwenger
for the Lions.
A little bit of a press trap there.
JD thought about it. Oh, risky pass.
I think they got Kloffenstein there on that scrum. And I'm not sure where that came from. It was really Moreau
Yeah, there was no real foul there. We had two guys on their butts and one guy standing up. They're all kind of bobbling around, and evidently the ref from the baseline, the opposite baseline, not the guy in front,
made
that was
that
watching
call.
the play.
Yeah,
the ref from the opposite baseline made that call coming in. 4:27.
I think he didn't like how Cray was watching that play, and he blew him for the foul.
Evidently. So that's the third on Kloffenstein now. A couple of shoulders and a risque bobble call on Kloffenstein. The 3-ball is good.
That's a big hit.
That is. Donovan brings Dwenger back within 11. They're going to be on the full court press trying to wreak some havoc here. 4 minutes left in the regulation. Got to get it over. And Davison just threw it away. He thought Kloffenstein was advancing, and he wasn't.
Well, so far the Lions have looked really shaky on the press. It's not that aggressive by Dwenger,
yeah, really,
but
really.
so far effective. So you know they're going to continue using that. Nice. Now, there was the first time I seen Cray foul somebody and there was no call.
Right.
I don't get it.
Shot by Barrow. No good. And they're going to get Smithy on the foul. So, yeah, Kloffenstein came down with the rebound.
Put the Dwenger defender into the second row.
Right, did the old shoulder. That's like a move on Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, the power shoulder.
And, of course, no call.
And there was no call. Barrow works underneath. Lefty. Soft touch for Barrow.
Beautiful left-hand little jump hook there. And Dove got him. He got him on the wrist.
(52-39). 6 fouls each now as Max Dove picks up his third. Leading scorers for the Lions, 26 for Barrow, 15 for Davison, 7 for Max Dove, and 4 for Kloffenstein.
Martin knocks the first one home. He'll have one more.
That's his 12th point for the game. The leading scorer for the Saints. Shot off the mark, tipped back that time. Rebounded by whoever that guy was, Martin.
There's a walk. Good cover.
And Royal, frustrated with himself that time, did take too many steps, and that's a burned possession.
It is.
You get the missed free throw after making one. You get the ball again, and you're down 12. You have no choice but to get a quality possession out of that, and they didn't that time as you have a turnover there with too many steps. Kloffenstein around O'Daniel and gets underneath the score. 54-40 is the lead. Royal kicks it over. A 3-ball on the way and good by Donovan. Nice shot there. Brings it back within to 11. Davison over to Moreau, working against the full court press. And that was a pretty good call that time. He was fouled on the tried to get through it, essentially, by Donovan.
And so that puts the Lions in the bonus. That's Dwenger's 7th foul of the second half. So from here on out, the Lions are going to shoot up 11 with 2:45 to go, and Coach Kostoff is going to get a timeout. And that's a full 60-second timeout.
And we'll be right back after a word from New Holland Tri-County.
Hi, this is Ken Mast with New Holland Tri-County. We are looking forward to providing you with sales and service again this year. We are inviting all of our customers to our open house on February the 23rd at our facility on State Road 1, just south of Bluffton. We'll be hosting a Kinsey clinic in the morning from 9 to 11, followed by lunch at noon. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out our expanded facility, this is your chance. In addition to lunch, we will be offering discounts on parts. We'll be on hand to answer any questions you may have. We look forward to visiting with each and every one of you and show you our product lines. Once again, the open house is February 23rd with the Kinsey Clinic from 9 to 11, followed by lunch. New Holland, Tri-County, just south of Bluffton on State Road 1. Hope to see you there.
All right, folks, welcome back. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. From here on out, the Lions are going to be in the bonus. And we have Moreau at the line for Leo.
So the rest of the Lions pulling back and not wanting to risk a foul. Needless foul with a 12-point lead.
Let's go, Will!
And 55-43 is the score. Moreau for his second one, and that one's good too. So nice job there by Moreau, connecting on some pretty crucial free throws. You can't let this lead get any smaller. You got to take advantage of every chance you get, whether it be at the line or in general. Here's a three ball on the outside, no good. Fought for by O'Daniel. That was just a great job of muscling out, maxed up. Both of them went up. Both of them had their hand on the ball. The ball went to the floor. O'Daniel came up with it and got the score.
Again, the Lions really struggling against this Dwenger press. They're not getting the ball to the middle of the court, which is where you need it. And a couple of offensive rebounds back-to-back here by Dwenger. And that's O'Daniel being a man down low.
Indeed.
Not wanting to give up. So O'Daniel will shoot two from the line. Down 11.
2:06. And he connects in the first one.
So let's see how the Lions handle the press this time, because you know what's going to happen.
Off the mark, no good.
Well, off the miss, it's tough to implement the press, and Davison just loses it. And the Lions are rattled here a little bit. They need to just calm down. Again, this press causing havoc. And Coach Cogdell gets another good timeout call here. They need to come up with a strategy to break this press. Klopfenstein saying he knows how to do it. So we'll see what they set up. But
that was a steal by Donovan that got away from Davison that time.
Yeah. The Lions, you just have to calm down, slow things down a little bit, get people in the right position, make a pass, and then you break off of that pass. Usually if it goes to the middle of the court, you get guys breaking off the sides. You can break the press easily, and the Lions just aren't doing that. I'd almost put Barrow there right in the middle of the court there at the jump circle and let him be your target in the middle and then let everybody else kind of feed off of him. See if the Lions can get a fast break. The Lion fans really, really getting into this. I love it. Dwenger fans, they brought some fans as well. They're into it. So both student sections are letting their voices be heard. Exciting ball game here.
And we do have confirmation now from Paul Newberg that Dylan Barrow has in fact gone over 1,000 points in his career at Leo. Well done, Mr. Barrow. We applaud you. And he is going to inbound. Klopfenstein. Oh, how did that fall? Are you kidding me? He caught it over his shoulder like Odell Beckham Jr., spun around and got the hack, and the basket fell as well. Wow.
Unbelievable body control. He's literally being grabbed and pulled to the ground, able to twist, and with one arm get the ball up and off the glass to kiss it home for the and one.
And he makes good on his free throws, so the Lions back up to 11 now. 1:46 and counting. Here's Donovan for the Saints.
And that's a huge play. Opens it back up to a double-digit lead.
And they challenge him, leave him open for the three ball, and he connects.
That time the Lions broke the press very quickly, and that's what you want to do. Don't give them time to set up. And Davison got the ball inbounds very quickly to Klopfenstein.
And that's the guy you want to get it to.
Absolutely. And I saw him before the last, or Coach Cogdell called that timeout. And you saw Craig tap his chest saying, hey, it's on me. Give me the ball and I'll break this press.
Give me the darn ball.
He's a senior. Thompson. He knows what he's doing. And he's been money here the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's his 10-point. Now the third line in double digits for the evening, Mike. 60-51, 1:27. Lions at the line. Klopfenstein hitting his second of two. Makes it a 10-point ball game again. So every time you get a little bit of life out of Dwenger, Leo seems to be able to come back and knock it down just like that shot was knocked down that time by Martin. Another 3-ball.
The Saints
back to an 8-point lead.
Really heated up as well. Now here's the trap and an instant foul. And Dwenger really doesn't have too much of a choice, although they're only down 7 with 1:10 to go. If you're going to start the foul game now, there's all kinds of time left. So the Lions have to hit the free throws. Klopfenstein hitting his last 3 out of 3. So
yeah, you're okay with that foul if you're Coach Cogdell on the Lions. You don't mind that guy being on the line.
No, because Craig can shoot him, and obviously he's not going to show any nerves at this point in his career. And he's 4 for 4 here, hopefully 5 for 5. And he is.
Smooth as can be. Klopfenstein. Here's Donovan. Brings it up for Dwenger again. He's going to take it to the hole. Fouled by Lane Reed. Kind of decked him there.
Hey, you know what? I don't mind that. You're kind of saying to Dwenger, hey,
yeah,
I'm not going to give you anything easy. I don't care what point in the game it is.
I absolutely agree with that.
Put him on the line. Just let him know if you're going to drive down here, you're going to see some resistance, and I like that mentality. And it worked.
So Campbell Donovan at the line for the Saints. Misses the first one. And now we have Martin, who just hit the big 3-ball, come off the floor for Jack Pentenberg. Not sure what the deal is with that one. As you've seen Martin have a really solid game for Dwenger. And a rebound that time by Royal, just totally boxed out, and they were able to score.
Yeah, somebody fell asleep down there on the block. I didn't see who that was for Leo. But you can't give up an easy putback like that off a missed free throw.
Indeed. Back to a 7-point ball game, and Craig Klopfenstein's going back to the line. 13 points for Klopfenstein. And these free throws are brought to you by Marco's Pizza. Located in downtown Leo. Serves not only pizza, but wings, subs, breads, and many other delicious items. Marco's also offers catering, carryout, and delivery. Call Marco's Pizza in Leo at 260-627-2227 or online at marcos.com. Craig a little short on the front of that one, but he gets it to fall. It's actually 65-56. 3-ball out there, no good. Barrow with the rebound. Moreau. And he's fouled, so 65-56.
And the Lions, specifically Craig Klopfenstein, doing a masterful job of hitting free throws.
Yeah.
And just keeping this game where it is at the 9-point lead and not allowing Dwenger to get back in it. You have to hit your free throws.
And it's almost, dare I give him the announcer's curse, but it's almost been automatic, like you mentioned, down the stretch here, especially in this fourth quarter. The Lions just getting up there and knocking them down. Everybody's getting a chance at it. So that makes it 67-56. Back to an 11-point ball game. 35 seconds to go. And this one is all but over, folks. Max Dove with the rebound.
Beautiful move.
Davison over to Klopfenstein, and he gets the funky layup to go. 69-56. And Bishop Dwenger is going to have to take the trip down to Clinton Street and Washington Center as a loser. Score 69-56. Max Dove's going to take a trip to the line. 12.5 seconds left.
So the free throw line really paying huge dividends here for the Lions, as they have just not allowed Dwenger to get back into it. And that's what you have to do. You knew Dwenger was going to foul. They fouled a lot, and the Lions have hit, I believe, all but that free throw here in the last 2.5 minutes.
Indeed.
So the Lions with a 69-56 lead. 12.5 seconds to go. Barrow takes his bow.
Dylan's going to get a seat.
Over 1,000 point score here for the Lions. That's a rarity. That is rarefied air.
Dove's good on 1 of 2. 70-56. 10 seconds to go and counting. Donovan's got the ball. He's going to move it around, and here's another 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebound off the mark. They're going to give that one no good. 70-56 in favor of the Lions. Oh, far and above and beyond better game than what we saw last time against these two squads. And it was 54 points was the top score, 45 the loser. But Steve Roberts and Mike Walker will be right back after a couple of words from our sponsors, and we'll wrap this thing up and put a bow on it.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics. Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. You know that Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo offers delicious pizza, but did you also know they have wings, subs, bread, and many other items that are also delicious? And did you know you could order online at marcospizza.com? And did you know they have catering to help out with that party, meeting, or any event? And did you know they have carry-out and delivery? Well, now you know. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo has pizza and so much more. You can get carry-out, delivery, catering, and order online, or call them at 627-2227. That's 627-2227. Marco's Pizza in downtown Leo.
Again, some of the best pizza you'll ever eat.
Undoubtedly.
But that brings us to the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne post-game show and player of the game and all that fun stuff. Let's cover some stats. In a 70-56, what turned out to be pretty much an onslaught in the second half. Again, 28-27 first half, Mike. Now we got a 70-56 final score. What happened?
Well, the Lions came out. We talked about it during that game. They came out, Steve, in that second half, and they ratcheted up their defense. And really what I saw where they extended their defense. They just didn't give Dwenger as many open looks as they did in that first half.
I agree.
And it was one and done for Dwenger on a shot. There was some really good seal-offs and blockouts on the Lions defensively. And so after the shot, it was nothing doing for Dwenger. The Lions were going to corral those rebounds, and then they went down and used them. So for Dwenger, they were led tonight by Conlon Martin. He had 15 points. Campbell Donovan and David O'Daniel both had 9. Dwenger shot 39% from the field for the game. They were 33% from behind the arc and just 30% from the free throw line. The Lions, led by big Dylan Barrow, had a huge night again, over 1,000 points in his career. He led all scorers with 26. Craig Klovenstein, who came on really strong there in the second half, ended up with 17. And Jeremy Davison, who hit some big threes, ended up with 15. Those were the 3 leading scorers for Leo.
Absolutely.
The Lions shot 51% field goals for the game. They were 39% from behind the arc. And the big stat, they were 74%. After shooting 50% from the free throw line in the first half, they came back and ended that game strong and shot a ton of free throws, really 83% for the second half, free throw-wise. So that leads us into...
Well, the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne player of the game. It's time to pick them. Sponsored by the YMCA, of course. The Y encourages everyone to have fun and build character. Check into the Learn, Grow, and Thrive before and after school child care program at your area YMCA. And it's pretty, we'd be pretty hard-pressed to not just hand it over to Mr. I'm on fire from the start of the game, from the opening tip to the last buzzer, Dylan Barrow. 26 points. Probably an onslaught of rebounds. I don't have the stat there.
Barrow had, let's see, he had 5 defensive rebounds, 0 offenses, 6 defensive, 0 offenses, so 6 rebounds on the night.
26 and 6. A big performance there by Dylan Barrow. Again, another Leo Lion to go over 1,000 points in his career. Phenomenal job by Mr. Barrow. Fantastic. Lots of other superlatives you could put in there and adjectives to explain how awesome of a well-rounded player he is, and he has become. We watched him progress over the years, and you like to see what you're seeing.
And these Lions are hot, coming off that big win at Columbia City that gave them a share of the NE8 title, coming in here and beating a Dwenger team who there's not a ton of love lost between these two teams. We talked about their past history, football and basketball-wise. So the Lions came in and they asserted themselves really in the second half, and they just took this game over. And Dwenger's going to be in their sectional, so I like the little muscle flex here by the Lions to go into the end of the season and into sectional play. And
it was really kind of a statement, saying the last time we only scored 45 against your 54. I mean, that's kind of a fluke.
Really.
They held them to 56, so, I mean, if you're the Lions defensively, you like the two games that you played against them, only giving up 56 and 54 respectively. But you just got to put the ball in the hoop, and the Lions figured out a way to do that. A lot of great adjustments, evidently, by Coach Cogdale and the staff, and it really translated into some big, big points. Lions got off to a great start in the first quarter, kind of petered off there a little bit towards the end of the first half, but had a huge, phenomenal second half, and really able to just hit the free throws down the stretch, not to mention some big shots by Davison in the corner.
Absolutely, and you loved both crowds. A lot of Dwenger fans here. The Lions about the biggest crowd we've seen this year, and they were very active, and they enjoyed the game. The Lions enjoyed their home cooking tonight. They were on, and so, again, this leads us into I'm going to say another battle here in sectional on a neutral court, and I'm looking forward to it.
Indeed. And I'm not sure if we lost our feed or not, but nonetheless, that'll do it for Mike Walker. I'm Steve Roberts, AllenCountyVoice.com from the Lions Den, where Leo took down the hated Bishop Dwenger Saints 70-56.
We'll be back at you Friday night here from the Lions Den. I believe it's Lakewood Park Christian.
That is correct.
Mistaken. And so we'll have that game for you here live on The Voice, folks.
See you then.